to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior, such as fighting, throwing objects, attempting to enter the court or interrupt play, or using improper language or gestures. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the
And a little bit of a fashion show taking place as the Bulls came down the tunnel earlier on. And now it's all about getting... Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for... You know, one thing we're seeing across the league, rookies, Brent, who have already impacted their teams winning.
Yeah, some guys really need some seasoning, but we're seeing a lot of guys come into this league, Kevin, ready to contribute at a very high level. And some of these performances have really blown me away. It's been impressive.
Well, we continue to monitor how this team fares against their rivals. You might remember MP has made it his mission to beat every rival team that crosses his path.
Well, MP has sure put his money where his mouth is. He and his teammates have risen to the challenge of these rivalry matchups, achieving exactly what they set out to do. And they're looking to keep things going here tonight.
So the New York starting five. Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Bridges. And it's Towns in at the center position.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
For three, Bridges. The rebound by Turner. Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wasted no time on that one. 6 points for Mr. Perfect. And we have to mention, Greg, the utter dominance MP has shown recently, right? A huge scoring night for him on insane efficiency. The numbers, you can't even believe what you're reading.
You just don't see stat lines like the one that MP had very often. Kevin, it looked like he had a cheat code on the way. He was making everything from the floor.
The shot's good from Brunson.
I just don't think they want him taking that kind of shot. Again, his teammates are just laughing, shaking their heads there on the bench.
Brent, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it amazes both of us that Jalen Brunson fell to the second round, the 33rd pick back in 2018. So, with that in mind, how has he overcome the doubters?
Well, the first thing he got was opportunity, Kevin, and that's all you can ask for as a young player. What he was able to do in Dallas opened up the eyes of a lot of people to what he was capable of as a point guard in the league. But trust me, Jalen Brunson has never stopped believing in his ability and confidence to dominate a game the way that we've seen him do that in the past couple of seasons.
Here's Hart. And it's Chicago with the rebound. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
Well, it was probably a good feeling in that last game that the mid-range worked, the long-range worked, the inside game worked, but the best feeling was the crowd leaving that building not in a good mood.
Runs in the pass to Towns.
Nice contest by Turner, one of the top interior defenders in our league. As good a shot blocker as anyone.
And now a developing story in the NBA. Let's now go live to Shams Charania, who is checking in with the details. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Mavericks just made it public. Their front office is indeed in action ahead of the trade deadline. They've added depth in the front court by bringing in Cam Johnson. Johnson brings reliable double-digit scoring, a good touch from the mid-range, and three-point shooting. His athleticism will be an asset in grabbing 50-50 balls and in keeping the energy level high when he's on the floor.
Thanks so much for the report, Shams. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hi, Kevin. Well, Mr. Perfect in the last outing against Charlotte just was phenomenal. He scored an incredible number of points, and as his team has come to expect, he was a major factor from deep. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, he was in attack mode all night long. GA really propelled them to that win.
When he's on, he is on. And there isn't all that much you can do to stop him.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Took him no time at all on that one. And that's now 21 points for Mr. Perfect.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Brunson kicks to Hart. From deep. The offensive rebound. Anunoby, right side. Sinks the three-pointer.
Really solid in the catch-and-shoot game. Anunoby always ready to fire.
Three-pointer. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Bridges outside. No good with the triple.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
And Mr. Perfect gets it to go.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there. You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
For 3. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls controlling. Miles Turner comes in for Williams, and it's Mr. Perfect in for LeVert. Josh Hart, he's checked in for New York. Bridges comes in for Jones. Mr. Perfect can't hit. Knicks trailed by 21, setting the floor for the Knicks. And the forwards will be Bridges and Hart. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Kolek in at the 2. Here's Mr. Perfect. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket.
Love his shot selection. Good at taking quality shots. Whether he's defended or open, he knows how to knock those down.
Bridges outside. New York moving it around. And Brunson has it in the corner. Drummond passes to Brunson. Here's Kolek. Drummond a screen. Inside. And Brunson has it in the corner. Connects from three-point range. Brunson's got 5 now.
Totally in rhythm right now. The moment Brunson has the ball in his hands, right into that shot.
Another 3 for Chicago.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Bridges outside. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
No, there's no doubt. He's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Pass to Hart. And here is Bridges. Back to Hart for the 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Mr. Perfect. Traps in the tray. Mr. Perfect's got 45 points.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. So for the Bulls, John Collins, he's checked in for Jack. Harris LeVert comes in for Zach LaVine, and it's White in for Dosunmu. .107 left in the second quarter. Hart with a screen on White. Here's Anunoby. New York, no good that time either.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Got that one up quick. 48 points for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Jones sets the pick for Anunoby. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
The shot will not fall. Collins with some nice D. Here's Mr. Perfect. And another one falls. Amazing.
He's now broken the record for most 50-point games all time.
I mean, this is just crazy. He's done it on the biggest stage under the brightest lights. Amazing.
And passing Wilt Chamberlain is one thing, but doing it in a crucial matchup like this speaks to what really drives this young man, winning.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Bulls out front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
If these guys end up making the cut, this will be a dunk contest for the ages, man. They're not just athletes.
And let's talk now about that first half. What a commanding start for the Chicago Bulls.
I've got to admit.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We're seeing a tremendous game for Mr. Perfect.
Yeah, and I don't know if anybody saw this offense coming from him, but it's been key for his team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure coming into this game he felt like he could dominate in the way he's doing so now. Been phenomenal.
The wingmen, White and Levine. John Collins is out there with Miles Turner, and it's Mr. Perfect in at the point. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Bridges passes to Anunoby. Hart kicks to Anunoby. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Anunoby's got 6.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
He gets it in there.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Levine against Bridges. Up top, Hart. He's got 5. And the dunk by Towns.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
Here's Mr. Perfect. And another one falls. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far.
Bridges misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first. But there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Brunson the pass to Anunoby. Some nice passing by New York here. Brunson outside. Tips it. Rebound collected by Levine. The Bulls have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second half. Tremendous efficiency. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Here's Mr. Perfect. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Mr. Perfect's got 16 points here in the second half. Bridges outside. Now, here's Hart. Guarded closer. Really left alone that time. Brunson's got 10.
And trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second three of the game. One in each half.
You know, Brent, Josh Hart has been a contributor at the many stops in his NBA career.
And sometimes you have to wait to find your home, Kevin. That's been the case for Josh, but he has always contributed to winning. And now he's locked into this role where he is flourishing. This guy has all the tools to go out there and do little things every night to help your team be in a position to win games. I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Anunoby outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
The tray. A three-pointer is right on target. Hart's got his third basket of the night right there.
Hart does a little bit of everything on the offensive end. He creates, he can score. This time knocks down the three.
That bucket in no time at all.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Count that one.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Mr. Perfect, the pass to Turner. Here's Mr. Perfect. Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. And so it's the Chicago Bulls enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you all. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry, right?
Checked in for Terry. And a switcher also for New York. Bridges, he's checked in for Jones. The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. They've got Drummond. Jalen Brunson out there with Mikal Bridges. And it's Kolek in at the 2. Drummond sets the screen for Bridges. New York, no good that time either.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Good, another from 3.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Bridges outside. New York, no good that time either. Now Chicago's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Connects again from distance.
And guys, this is a historic shooting night for him. Tied for third now, most threes in a game.
The points, GA, just keep piling up, and the threes keep dropping in. He is red hot from beyond the arc.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And again for 3.
He is unstoppable here. Hits again from beyond the arc.
What a historic night for him. Shooting the ball, he now stands, GA, by himself for third place in most threes all time. That's a 2 from Towns, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Fires for 3. Mr. Perfect can't hit. New York shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. And Mikal Bridges, good for 3.
And that's a shot Bridges needs to just keep sinking. You can see his confidence growing.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Good! Another from three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip. He'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And it's Brunson missing. And Chicago shooting it as well as you're going to see, 67%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And again for three.
And he's outclassed his own previous record. A new number for the second most single-game triples. Just a master cannoneer.
Firing away and making a little history in the process. What an honor to witness this. What an honor to be here. He is, quite simple, as good as you'll ever see from long range. And the three off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
It's good from long range.
Shooting while in rhythm, Brunson now becoming troublesome.
Here's Mr. Perfect. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Bridges. There's the three. Brunson with another miss. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Mr. Perfect. Connects again from distance.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Good game, MP. Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Good win. Let's keep it going.
Shout out to MP, NBA coach.
Now that we've finished these games against our rivals, I'd just like to say nice.